All right, so we are testing the ZV-E10 Mark II outside here with the free wind muff on. I wanted to do the built-in microphone test. I think what's very interesting about this camera is just the compact size, how small it is, and what you can do with just this body alone and a lens. Now, I am not using the kit lens because I'm in active stabilization mode. I am using the Sigma 10 to 18 2.8, and right now I'm actually at f5. So, and it's a sunny day, so I'm using an ND filter. So I'm using a 5-stop ND filter, and it's still how to crank it to to f5. So it just kind of goes to show you don't always need like the lowest, f-stop lens, or even I don't know, all that special jazz. But this lens goes down to 2.8, and I can't use it out here right now because it's too sunny, and I don't have my higher ND filter. So I'm just using this little small, and it's a small light setup. But how does the audio quality sound? We are now going to switch over to using an external microphone, which I'm going to be using two today. I'm going to be using the DJI Mic. I'm going to kind of cycle back and forth between the DJI Mic and this internal mic, so you can kind of hear a different example. And then I'm going to also use the ECM-B1M, which is a Sony hot shoe that snaps right on top of this one. And you can just be the judge, right? Decide for yourself, how much money do you want to invest. We're also going to EQ this microphone up a little bit so you can hear exactly what it all sounds like. So we're going to get into that now. So let's put on the DJI and just do a little A/B comparison there. All right, and now we are on we're still on the internal microphone here of the ZV-E10 Mark II. How does this sound? Test 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to switch over to the DJI Mic 2. I've got it clipped right here onto my chest. 32-bit float in all its glory. But I wanted to do an A/B comparison between the built-in microphone and this. And just kind of let your ears hear the difference on upgrading. This is a super light portable setup right here. You can, I love this camera. Gosh, it's so small, so compact. Yeah, you don't get the full frame look, but man, it's making me want to get rid of my A7 S3 and get that E1, a full frame version that's in the similar body as this. But even this is smaller, and it has a nicer grip actually. It utilizes that full big old Z battery. But yeah, this is what that's going to sound like when you're comparing the two microphones. I got little tags down below. You can check out and see which microphone I'm using at the time. But man, this sounds, but let's see what your ears sound like. I have no idea what it sounds like. But, just doing a little bit of a walkie here and comparing those two microphones. So which one do you like? Do you like the internal microphone better? Or do you like the DJI? Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm probably going to like the DJI better. However, how big of a difference is it? Because, man, if you can just pull this bad boy out and just start filming and have this small little portable setup, then, man, this could be a complete winner. So, yeah, let's do another comparison into the mix, and when I do this, I will compare the ECM-B1M to the DJI mic, so you can hear what that sounds like. So if you can pick a winner here, and then let your ears be the judge on whether you would prefer to have a complete wireless setup, or would you like to have the microphone on top of the camera? And there's obviously pros and cons to both those. Maybe I'll talk about that while I'm testing out the audio for the next section. Well, now I'm going to be doing a test of the ECM-B1M and the DJI mic right here that is on my chest. So I'll be kind of switching back and forth between these two. This microphone is fantastic because it goes with the entire Sony ecosystem, and there's just something to be said about that. I stick this mic on my A7C, I stick it on my A7 S3, and then now you can do it on this. It's just great all through that hot shoe, and the beautiful thing about it is that auto mode. It just makes it so much easier. I cannot stress to you how much easier that it is with that auto mode. It just makes me want to shoot like with a Sony microphone all the time. However, I will say for this setup, it's not super big. It's a great little like vlogging setup, and if you don't mind having a microphone on top, you know that it does a great job there. You will have to consider that though if you wanting a super light portable setup that you could like just throw in your pocket or whatever. You're gonna be able to see it. It stands like this a little bit far off the top of the camera, but it is a great little setup. I really love this microphone. It's like I said, mindless. Just take it off, put it on, good. It also has 3 modes, like a super directional mode, kind of more of an omni like front mode, and then it has an omnidirectional, which is full 360, where this Sony camera has like their auto mode. It senses you all around the camera, so you don't even really have to think about that at all. But you still have to set your levels on the Sony camera, but the microphone, you just flip that into auto and it does auto levels for you. So that's kind of the difference between the auto from the ECM and auto from the actual camera. The camera does not set your levels for you, but the microphone will. So that is a huge plus. However, then you also have the DJI mic that has the hot shoe, and it sounds incredible. It's great. It goes straight into the camera. It stands off the top of the camera like this tall with the little receiver sticking on it, which it's still very compact. Or if you wanted to, you could just use the internal microphone of the camera and on the chest and just sync it up in post with that 32-bit audio and have the best of both worlds, right? You have the internal mic and then you also have the DJI mic, or you have the DJI mic as your backup, whatever you like. It depends on what the sound is. Now I'm going to EQ both of these so you can kind of hear and compare all those, and you can decide for yourself which one sounds right for your ears, which setup sounds great for you. But I'm really big, advocate of, buy what you need, not what everybody else tells you that you need to buy, or what you think, I think audio is the most crucial. So if you have this camera, you want to make sure you get the best audio quality, because audio quality will keep people around longer. Video quality, they'll withstand ugly looking video, but you need good audio sounding. So all that to say is let your ears be the judge on which you think sounds the best, which one will work better for you, which one will work for your editing flow, which one will work for your standards for that. The internal microphone is a great start though, and I think Sony did a really good job of designing this microphone to at least be sustainable for an all-in-one solution, and I'm really interested to hear what that microphone really does indeed sound like on its own. And this video will definitely help you decide that. It'll help me decide that. And we can compare all these 3 different little setups. I am going to be doing a follow-up to this video where I'm going to be going through the entire lineup of Sony ECM mics and comparing them to the internal microphone of this, as well as, just doing a full-on test. And sorry, I've had this like throat thing going on, and I found I have a pull-up on my vocal cord, so I'm starting to take some medication, but I'm supposed to be resting my voice as much as possible. But you know me, I got to do videos, so, and of course a lot of my videos is about microphones, so I got to talk a lot, even though you got to talk a lot anyway in videos, unless you're doing some sick B-roll, which I do love doing, but that's a little bit beyond the point. If you like the way this looks, we are using the KyleWattsTV LUT, which I will put down in the description below. I'm working on my own stuff too, and maybe we'll pump some of that out in the future. But he's got some great videos on how to actually use those two, which I will also be working on for you guys here. But if you don't want to wait, I love supporting my bro Kyle. He's got the camera as well, and he's had it before me because he's really cool, and he actually got it from Sony. I bought the camera, and I'm just be going to town. So what kind of stuff do you want to see? What other microphones comparisons do you want to know about? And you know, just stick around because I'm gonna have a ton more content on this camera. I think it's gonna be my main content creation camera until I can finally get all these videos done, and then I will decide whether I'm going to keep it, it seems to me already that I'm just gonna keep it as a B camera and use it alongside my Aso S3. So I mean, I'm tempted just to use it as my main camera all the time because I love the size of this thing. I love it. Anyways, so like, subscribe for more videos, and you guys know that I will see you in the future.